Story time with Josh, everybody. It's your boy again, Josh Osaki, back with another video. Okay, anyways, guys. So like I said in the beginning of this small, like 9 seconds of the video already, it's story time with Josh. Anyways, I'm gonna give you some stories in a segment like this. I'm gonna tell you a story time with Josh. I'll give you a story from my childhood, or from when I was growing up, or when I'm in high school, or when I'm in junior high, and I'll show you how weird I was. Idiot or jerk. I'll give you an example, okay? Legit example. I'm clueless when someone's hitting on me. I do not know in my brain. I cannot tell if someone's hitting on me or not. I legit find out 10 minutes later from a friend or from another girl, or from my bubby in one situation. I'm not gonna talk about right now, but about another time. And I'm legit clueless when someone's hitting on me. I would not know about it. That's why I've watched YouTube videos on this shit, and to figure out when girls are hitting on me, so I can now respond accordingly to the situation. Anyways, to the video at hand. This video is something very interesting to me. So, I was a Chicago-born kid. I was born in Chicago. I moved here for a little bit until I was 2 in Florida, and then I went back to Chicago. And then I never really went to school at 2, because no one goes to school at 2 years old. But I went to school in Chicago for up until the end of 8th grade. After the end of 8th grade, the summer before 9th grade, I moved to Florida completely. But I've been coming to Florida ever since I was like 3 or 4. On and off to visit my grandparents, and because they had a summer home here, or they had a home here. So we visit there during the winter and shit, and sometimes not during winter, who knows. Anyways, we come over and I would, hang out here. But I never went to school here until the summer before the ninth grade. So what I was told in school, now again, Chicago has a very big black community, and I'm not going to lie, so does America, so does Florida, but here's the difference. Chicago's black community is not as ghetto as Florida's community is, and a lot more robberies happen in Florida than they do in Chicago. Now, I'm not saying that I'm being racist against Florida. I'm not being racist against black people. I'm just stating the facts. Florida has a lot more robberies and violent crimes than Chicago has. Yes, Chicago has a lot of violent crimes in the city, but 95% of the time, those violent crimes are on the south side. And that only happens at night. I've been in the south side of Chicago during the daytime, and it's peaceful as fuck during the daytime. At night, it's crap. It's legit crap. If you are on the south side of Chicago at night, you better be praying to God you have no beef. No one has beef with your ass. Okay? You better be praying to God. You better be driving the fuck as fast to get out of that area as fast as you can. Anyways, okay, so the story is gonna be about my third or fourth week. No, it was probably my second week in high school, 9th grade. So as a kid, as a 9th grader, I'm gonna tell you this: my first week of high school, I had made 4 friends. My second week, I made 11 friends. By the end of my 9th grade, I was friends with half the kids in my school. Half the kids I was friends with. The other half just not so much. And there was a lot of kids in my school. There was 3,000, I think, of us. And I think of my 9th grade class, we had the biggest 9th grade class in Dwyer history, which is the name of my history school. Now, I'll give you an example of what I mean by biggest thing. Every other grade, we had 1,500 freshmen in my freshman year. Of that 1,500, 100 graduated, and others, including me, except for a couple other people that went on to different schools and probably graduated there, or just dropped out entirely and quit. Anyways, where was I at? Okay, so another good example by that. Okay, for example, the reason why I'm up to 1,500. Okay, look at me. When I got into sophomore year, they started singing the song at the pep rallies called "Go Home, Freshmen, Go Home." Not once did any pep rally during my 9th grade year did I ever see anyone hear that say it. Because here's why, and I'm going to tell you why. People knew We outnumber every other group of students there. If you call us to go home, we're gonna beat the fucking ass because there were some pretty badass ninth graders that I had. That were in my class. I remember going to a class and I looked up to this one. Walking to the halls, the bell just rang, and I'm walking. I see a 7-foot black African American ninth grader, or who I thought was like 11th grader. I'm like, looking up like this, guys, and I'm like, bro, you tall as fuck. That's what I said to him. He said, thanks. He says, you must be a junior, or you must be on varsity. He said, no, boy, no, man, I'm a ninth grader. I'm like, bro, I gotta step up my game. That's what I said to myself. I gotta step up my game. That's what I said to myself. I gotta step up my game. I said it nonchalantly out loud too, and he's like, yeah, you kind of do. I'm like, thanks. I didn't need to hear that from a person I just met. But it's funny because that person, his name was Devontae, and we would become good friends later on. We would become great friends, actually. Anyways, it was like, sorry. So anyways, this is my second week of high school, and I am trying to stay out of trouble because Dwyer was known for having a lot of troublemakers, a lot of problems with bullying sometimes. Now, I'll give you this. I was bullied through 6th grade, and I was bullied once in 9th grade. Once. For, like, 2 days. And then I just, like, legit, like, I told my mom. My mom called the teacher or the vice principal, and like the next day, like dude was suspended for like 3 days, for like, and it's not even really was bullying. It was just like he was technically bullying me. He looked at me. I was wearing Crocs. I used to wear Crocs a lot. I still do. I'm walking up to him, and he walks up to me with nice shoes. Mom, if I take them? I'm like, no, go get your own. One day he almost took my shoe. Thank God for the fucking bell, people. Thank God for the fucking bell, because that bell and all the students showed up and he couldn't take them right in front of them because they knew shit was going to go down if they weren't taking them right in front of them, because teachers were walking out too. Because it was lunch period at that point. Okay, so back to the thing, okay? So I'm going to go eat lunch, or I'm just finished eating lunch talking to my friends, okay? And I'm walking to get a drink, buy a drink from another lunch lady. So the way our cafeteria worked out was they had an indoor cafeteria, okay? And then there was 2 doors or 3 doors into the cafeteria. One you had to be always open and was locked. And sometimes people in the lines would open it for you. But the cafeteria would hate that because you're not supposed to do that. And then there's 2 other ones, okay? There's a hot lunch line, another 3 other hot lines, and then another other line, okay? And then there was one by the office and a staircase that was like just, they sell chicken, sometimes a Gatorade, and some other shit, okay? I would usually go to that one unless I could not get the other one, because there was 2 days out of the entire year that I loved at my school. And that was mini cheeseburger day, which was what it says, mini cheeseburgers. They were so good. And then hot chicken day, which usually was almost every single time. But still, those were my favorite days of the week. Every other days, you could eat shit. I did not care. I did not want it. I would probably just buy. Well, I'm going to put it this way. Junior year, I ate probably 3 months I ate 3 months of this junior year, and then I didn't eat anything at all. I probably just like snacked off of friends' food, and then senior year I just borrowed off of my freshman friends that I made in one of my classes that they basically gave me food for. Anyways, I did not care, and I used to start. And why I did that is because my junior year, my friends and I started hanging out in the library, and no food was allowed in the library, so I couldn't go and eat there. So I'd rather hang out with my friends than eat, and it was fun with me. Anyways, so I'm walking from the line, and I just finished my food and my drinks and everything. I'm going to get another drink, about to drink. Anyways, I'm putting back in my slot for my backpack. I had a slot. I always have a slot in my backpack for drinks. Always made sure my mom to do that for me because I like to do that. So I don't always have to go put it in my backpack, maybe ruin a paper or some shit. Just put it in the slot, you're good. Anyways, I'm going up to the bell is about to ring, okay? It's like 3 minutes before the bell rings. all of a sudden, two kids start running towards me, okay? And they're holding a backpack. And they run, and they stuff the backpack into my hands. Legit, I don't know what the fuck this backpack is. All of a sudden, I hear this. Right after they run away from me, the two guys. That's my backpack! And I see a girl running full speed at me. And I freaking shit myself. I freaking freak out. I grabbed the backpack, and I bolt to my sixth period class, which was in the 2000 building, I believe. Yeah, I was in the 2000 building. I bolt to my sixth period class. I did not care. I did not want to go for it. I'm like, and legit, I did this. When she came to it turned out the girl was in my class and I didn't know it, okay? She told me, you stole my backpack. I said, I did not do that shit. It was two guys. They took it. I thought you were running at me. I thought I was going to die, so I jumped the backpack and I ran. I'm sorry. That's what I said. I jumped the backpack and I ran. You can tell them whatever. I don't give a shit. I ran, and I was scared. I legit did not want to get a suspension. I had a perfect high school record in my entire high school career, which is saying that of itself, because a lot of kids in my school got either suspended or got something for that. I never got suspended. I never got a detention. I never got a referral. I never got anything. I just was clean for my entire high school career, which is pretty rare. I was also pretty clean through junior high, except for one situation where a kid got his thing, but I'll tell you that in another story later. Anyways, that's it. Anyways, I told her I didn't do it. I didn't steal your backpack. I don't know why I would steal your backpack. I got my own, and I'm not a thug, so I wouldn't steal your backpack even if I wanted to. I could pick up my backpack and use as what I said, because yours was like a 5th grade backpack. Anyways, guys, I'm going to let that video end here. I'm going to end the video here. Stay cool. Keep watching my videos. Put that bell, if you haven't done so already, put the bell notifications on my channel. Please subscribe, and I will see you in the next adventure.